Hey there, gang. Patrick King here, coming to you live from the Great Lake of Lake Erie in Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm driving through today from New York to Ohio on my way to my next clinic, and thought this would be a great place to stop and give you a little Q&A video. So today's question is coming to us from Rachel, and Rachel asks, I have a standard bred who's just recently coming back from an injury and 3 months of stall rest. As I've started to ride her again, during the walk and trot, I haven't yet cantered, she starts to pace. Not the entire time, but in moments generally when she's excited or confused, I find. I think it's a balance issue. Is that correct? And what are some exercises to help her balance and get her out of that pacing habit? So with standard breds, and I grew up around a lot of standard breds, generally we can have two kinds within that. We can have the kind that tend to pace, and we can have the kind that tend to trot. Because this is an issue that seems new for Rachel, I'm going to assume that her pacer or her standard bred is one that has more the propensity to trot. Now, the 3 month stall rest is to me a key for answering this question. On 3 months stall rest, we can assume that the muscles in the body, particularly the back, have gotten a bit weak from not being ridden, not being exercised. When a horse gets tense and tight, or confused or anxious, as Rachel's talking about her horse doing, they have the tendency to tighten their back. And this tension in their back will sometimes cause pacing in our horses. It causes their legs to line up laterally and move in a pace gait rather than the typical walk or trot gait. We see this happen quite a bit. I've seen quarter horses, I've seen Arabs, I've seen Morgans, all that will gait, that will pace when they're anxious. So it's not something that's just significant to a standard bred. It happens with horses of all kinds when the back holds itself in enough tension. So to help Rachel with this, and to help anybody else with this, whether the horse is weak because of coming back from stall rest or not, this is something that can happen. My highest recommendation for that is going to be to work on leg yields. Leg yields will tend to soften the horse's back, especially if we're working on a circle and opening the circle through the leg yield. This tends to help the horse track appropriately with the legs so that they're not stepping too far, over crossing the legs, in other words. And that really helps, seems to me, in my experience, to help them soften their back. So we would even say that a proper leg yield is the aspirin for the horse's back. It helps the horse to relax. So Rachel, I'm going to recommend that we do a lot of leg yields with your horse, and that we do a lot of stretching, both on the ground before you climb on and in the saddle. Things like free walk and stretching trot, really helping your horse to reach out there and relax, because it is a balance issue, and it's a balance issue caused by tension. That's what we've got to keep in mind. So Rachel, I hope that this answer has been helpful to you, and for anybody else out there who might be dealing with this such issue. Question of the day today. What does your horse do? What's your horse's typical response when they're anxious or confused? Give me the answers for that in the comments section below this video here. If you've got some friends that might need this advice, please feel free. Tag them in the comments section below, or share this video directly with them. I hope this has been helpful. Don't forget, gang, keep sending in your questions. You keep asking questions, and I'll keep talking about horses. Thanks.